All right. Welcome to the On Deck podcast presented by LineStar. Alongside Tyler Wiemann, I'm Shannon Sommerville. We're doing a live Underdog Fantasy Best Ball draft today. Tyler, how do you feel about it?
I'm excited. I've been having a lot of fun with these best ball drafts.
Yeah, how many have you done so far?
I
Let's
might be
give
pushing
me a
20.
ballpark. Okay.
Yeah,
This is my second, so we
yeah.
got to start racking them up now. All right, so for those of you that don't have Underdog Fantasy, make sure to download it. Use our promo code LineStar and you'll get up to $100 of your first deposit matched. That's 10 best ball entries right there. And the winner of this year's best ball tournament wins $100,000. There's prizes all along the way, though. So we're going to have some fun today, do a live draft. Now, Tyler and I are going to be teaming up for this one. We'll do some drafts in the coming weeks where we go head-to-head, go against each other. Tyler will probably try to snag all the Yankees from me. I'm sure that's his strategy. Just to
I
irritate
mean,
me. Not
just
even just to
nasty
win.
Nestor. Just nasty Nestor.
So we are going to combine our forces today to try to get the best team possible. And we're going to kind of walk you through how to draft, what the draft strategies are, and go from there. If you have any questions, make sure to drop them in the comments. And also, we're running a contest. Speaking of contests, we are running a contest where if you comment and you like our video, you will be automatically entered into our best ball contest where we will announce a winner on the next best ball contest. You'll win $50 when randomly selected commenters, so make sure to check that out. All right, let's get to this draft here. So if you're on Underdog Fantasy, right now I'm pulling up the web version. You can just do this on your phone too, though. And we're going to go to MLB and then click on the dinger. And then we're going to do 30 seconds per pick. And Tyler, I know I've asked you this before about whether that matters. What are your thoughts with that?
I mean, it is absolutely personal preference. However, I do prefer the 30 seconds. I like to just kind of lock in, get one draft done in about an hour or so.
Mm-hmm.
And also with the limited time, I feel like a lot of people do make mistakes with their draft, whereas people a little bit more prepared like us probably benefits us. Just
Yeah.
those mistakes likely aren't to happen.
Mm-hmm. So again, it's kind of like if you prepare for it, the time doesn't necessarily matter. So we are just
Yeah,
waiting right now for our draft to be filled. So hop on in if you're watching us right now live. Make sure to hop
yeah,
into
let's
our
have some
draft.
fun.
Come join us. This is always a lot of fun. Tyler also participates in Underdog Fantasy Best Ball while he's walking my dog, which I don't know why I think that's the funniest thing, but I guess I just visualize this poor dog like running into a bush or something and you just
Hey,
drafting
he
like
doesn't care as
Nestor
long as he's
Cortez
on
on
a
your phone.
as long as he's on a walk, he's happy.
All right, so you've done 20 of these drafts. What are some things we should be prepared for going into this draft? What are some trends that you've noticed?
One of the things is outfield is going quick and early. And with like the state of outfield being there's only three starters per game, it's definitely the thinnest position.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand why there are so many going early. So that is one thing to consider. Whereas, if you're punting outfield and you're taking a ton of outfield later in the draft, it runs dry quick.
All right, so that's definitely something to take note of here
Yeah.
as we get set. Gotta call up our friends, tell them to enter this draft.
It'll fill up quick.
It'll
It'll
fill up quick.
I
Tyler,
it's
you,
funny because with football instantly.
yeah,
you know,
right?
baseball spring training is still just starting. So it's still a little bit slower, but in another week or two these will fill up really quick.
So, Tyler, as a Padres fan, how excited are you for this season?
I am very excited for this season, although I did not like seeing Fernando Tatis drop an easy fly ball today. Um, I think
It's
there's going to
okay.
be
Got to
some
get back
growing
into the swing
pains.
of things.
Yeah, and I mean he's in a new position. I there's going to be some growing pains there, but I expect him to be fine in right field. It's just going to take some time. So, as we saw today, he's not quite the right fielder he needs to be yet.
And Joe Musgrove needs to stop dropping kettlebells.
Kettlebells. Yep.
They'll get you.
Yeah. Rough start to the spring, but Juan Soto is hitting 800 so far. So, can't get him out.
I love Juan Soto. I remember when I went to my first ever Padres game last season, and he was there. He hit a home run for me, so I'm a
Hmm.
fan of his. Also, Joe Musgrove pitched that game too, so
And
he
you
was
saw that one play, right, where he
yeah.
barehanded it? Yeah.
So the game I was at, he had this like screaming ball like right to him. He bare hands it. Oh, it was incredible. If you haven't seen it, I'm sure it's on YouTube somewhere, but I was very impressed with that play. That was one of the best
Mhm.
plays I've seen from a pitcher. Um,
That was a good one.
so hopefully he feels
Yeah,
better and he'll be back before you know it though, right, Tyler?
absolutely. Musgrove has a place in all Padre fans' hearts, just as he's a local boy from here,
Mm-hmm.
grew up here, now he's back pitching for us, so it's cool.
All right. So we're waiting on two people. Yesterday, if you haven't already seen the videos that we've done on Best Ball, make sure to check those out. We did one on top 5 strategies, and then yesterday we released one that was top 5 sleeper picks as well. An interesting one there was we talked about some of the injury news and notes, and specifically to Gavin Lux, who tore his ACL. So he's done for the year, and one of our sleeper picks as a result is Chris Taylor.
Yeah,
So that was an interesting one, I thought, Tyler, just seeing how that plays out in spring training.
yeah, I think it is too. I expect Rojas to probably get the majority of shortstop work there, but Taylor will see some in just the amount of positions he can play. With Lux not being there, I think that Taylor is going to be a good bet for at least 500 at bats, which end of the draft, that's good to get.
It's going to be interesting. Also, we've got some new rule changes this year, and that's
Yes.
something that you talked about on our strategy show. Tyler, what do you
Mhm.
think about some of the different rule changes and how it will impact fantasy baseball?
Yeah, we're going to see a lot more stolen bases. So those guys with speed, they may score a little bit more. With that, also, there's no shifts. So batting averages might be up a little bit more. It might be a little bit harder for pitchers this year than years prior that we've seen, just because more people moving on the bags without the shift. The batting averages will be up a little bit. So I think this is going to be a really fun and exciting year. And I don't know if you've watched it all with this pitch clock.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, the game is moving really quick, and usually in baseball, you're able to kind of like move around, go grab some water or something. You don't really miss too much. But now with the pitch clock, you are. So people need to kind of stay in their seats and watch the game because it goes pretty quick.
I've even seen guys like Max Scherzer trying to use it to their advantage. It's like as if he needed more advantages, and now he's trying to like throw, hitters off balance just by waiting to the last possible second, and that's an
Yeah,
interesting thing to watch as well.
we're definitely gonna see that. I saw Peralta in like 20 seconds struck a guy out. It was he was throwing the ball with 11 seconds left on the pitch clock. So it was like there's only 4 or 5 pitch or seconds between every
Yeah.
pitch, and it just was going so fast. It was like you could have blinked and missed the whole strikeout, the whole at bat.
I will say I think the only rule change that I am not a fan of, like I like all the changes they've made. Let's speed the game up a little bit, keep things moving here. But the extra innings one, I'm like, can we give them at least a couple innings to sort it out before we start going to the,
Put
ghost
a runner
runner and
on
all
second.
that? Like, I don't know. How do
Yeah,
you feel about that?
I mean, I don't know. The regular season is so long already, so I do understand baseball trying to shorten it with that. But
Mm-hmm.
oh, aren't you already entered?
Yeah. Oh
Uh,
boy. Live.
go
Here we
active.
go. Active
Yeah,
drafts. There we go.
active.
Get my
Yeah.
see. I'm just clicking all over the place over here.
And
Tyler, set me
then click
straight.
over on the left. Click the
Yeah,
on
there
the
we go.
left. Yeah.
Crisis averted.
And then click
My
the go to draft
butterfingers
button.
clicking on things.
You have to
All
click go
right,
to draft also.
let's go
Yeah.
to it. I don't want alerts right now. Thank you very much. Waiting on two
We'll be
people.
locked in. We'll be locked in. We don't need those.
All right, so has Aaron Judge been going number one overall in all your drafts?
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't gone through. He's definitely been going in top 2 or 3 in
Yeah.
everything. Um, I did not take him first in one
Oh,
of my
you had a
drafts.
first. You had a pick number one. Who'd you take? Shohei?
Yeah, I went Soto.
Ah, of course you did.
I
Padres.
well
Is
the
that objective?
yes. I don't think that Judge is going to repeat. Um, I mean the
Mm-hmm.
season that he had is just absolutely insane.
Mm-hmm.
And there was some data that came out that they're saying the Yankees balls got some juice balls at the end of the season.
Of course they
But
do. Of course they say that.
I there's a lot of data that shows that. But regardless, Soto had as bad of a season as he possibly can, and it was still a very good season. So if he bounced back with actual protection in the lineup with all these guys around him, I just think his ceiling is as high as you can get. So,
Yeah, I like Juan
um,
Soto for sure. Although I do worry Petco. Do you worry about that at all? The fact that he's playing at
absolutely.
a pitcher's park?
Yeah, I mean, you have to worry about that. But
Hey, look!
I don't hate it.
Draft
We
room is
we got it.
full. It's
We're
game
out of the
time,
seventh
baby.
spot.
Here we go. So, Tyler, who are we eyeing here?
Uh, seventh spot here. I love if Julio Rodriguez
Julio,
falls.
I was just about to say that. Julio
I've
Rodriguez is looking
seen
good.
him. Yeah, I've seen him fall there a couple times. I've definitely got him there. Another one is Shohei.
Yeah.
Um, he's fallen because he's just an outfielder here.
Hmm.
So
I mean, I always love a Mike Trout. However, he just hasn't been able to stay healthy. I do have concerns about him. But man, I like the Angels. Those three right there with Tyler Ward and Shohei and Mike Trout.
and don't sleep on Hunter Renfroe either.
That's a good point.
Hmm.
Hunter Renfro. All right. So Aaron Judge did in fact go number one overall.
Yeah,
All right.
not
We got
surprising.
Soto. There's your boy.
Hmm.
It's going pretty quick here. Hopefully I
That
don't
is.
mess it up with my butterfingers. I got the pressure of having it on my computer. So
You sure
all the
do.
pressure. All the pressure. Oh, Julio got taken.
Yep.
So who are we looking at here?
I mean, if we can get Jordan, that would be
Yeah,
great.
Jordan's. Ugh.
If we don't get Jordan, I think
We
we
got Jordan.
probably got to go Jordan. Yeah,
Yeah, for sure. Let's
let's
do it.
let's go there. Especially with outfield just being a little more thin. I think that's probably the way to
Exactly.
go.
Exactly. He was a frequent pick for you too for home run calls. If you don't watch
Yes.
the On Deck podcast, we every day have a home run call, and he had a lot of the home runs last year. That's for sure.
Yeah, there is a little bit of concern with his hand.
Mm-hmm.
He hurt it last year, and I don't know if it's fully healed yet because he hasn't been playing much in the spring. So there's a little concern there, but I mean, his ceiling is
Right.
up there with, everybody. So
I'm looking at the board right now. I love my boy Pete Alonso, Polar Bear Pete, one of the best nicknames in the game.
Yeah, there's definitely a chance that we get him.
Yeah,
Him, Tatis is another one. Goldie, all them would be a good for us next year, which we're coming up quick on.
mm-hmm. Sure are. Are you eyeing a particular position, whether it's infield, outfield, pitcher, or is this just too early? You're taking the best guy you got.
I think we're taking just the best guy available pretty much. In this second round, it's either you're going pitcher or infield,
Mm-hmm.
most likely.
Yeah.
That is if Schwarber is pretty much the only outfielder going in this range here. So,
Do you like Goldie
so
or Alonso? Like, who of the guys right now are you liking? I mean,
so for me, it's been a mix between going to Tatis, Goldie,
yeah.
really. Um,
Oh, they got
I'm
Goldie.
good.
So
Yeah,
I like a
I'm good
polar
with
bear
either
Pete. That
Tatis or
team's
Alonso.
gonna be
Let's
pretty
go for
good.
it.
Let's do it. All right.
Mhm.
I also said on our show yesterday that the X factor in these drafts is their nicknames.
Yeah. So I have taken Tatis a lot, like right in
Yeah.
that spot. He's gonna miss the first couple weeks, but he is a
Yeah.
guy that you would have been drafting in
Mm-hmm.
the top half of the first round. And so that's why I've been kind of taking that chance a lot there.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't mind whatsoever going Pete Alonso. He seems
Absolutely.
as safe of a second round pick as you can get.
Definitely. Got some good players up here. Spencer
Hmm.
Strider, one of my favorite pitchers last year, just played incredible.
Yeah,
How about that
he's
rookie
insane.
season?
It was out of this world. He is extremely good. I do have a little bit of reservations taking him this early. I just am not totally sold on how many pitches or how many
Mm-hmm.
innings they're going to let him go.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only a second season, but all right.
What do you?
So we're
Yeah.
we're coming close here.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to do? Do you want to take a look at
I
maybe a
feel like we got to
pitcher
take a pitcher
or
now, right? What do you think?
uh
We got some good
we
ones here.
don't have to.
Okay.
Kind of really depends on who's available, which it looks like pretty much everybody is.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Are we gonna get to Grom?
if we're getting DeGrom at 31, that's real hard for me to pass up.
Yeah. I like
Um,
Rodon too.
I do too, but I have, you know, just as much worries about him with
Yeah.
innings, and he just doesn't have the upside as DeGrom.
True. I do worry a little bit with. Do you worry at all about injuries with him? Oh, we got him.
You have to, but look, we're playing
He's
for
so
first.
good. Were you taking him?
And yeah,
Pull
let's
the
take it.
trigger.
Pull it.
All right, Jacob
We're not
DeGrom.
playing to just
Yeah.
cash here. You know, it's
Mm-hmm.
the prize pool is so top heavy that you need to get into the finals and you really want to win this. And so taking a guy like DeGrom that has, you know, by far the highest ceiling out of any pitcher, I mean, you kind of got to take those chances at, you know,
Yeah,
if he's healthy all year, he would have probably been the first pick in this draft.
that's a good point. So, yeah, you do have to think about kind of the ceiling with these guys, right? Because it's best ball. You got to make sure you're capitalizing on every single pick here.
Totally.
Now,
One of the things we talked about in the strategy show is like, so right now we have one pitcher, one infielder, one outfielder with our first three picks, so we're pretty
mm-hmm.
flat. But now if we end up drafting outfield or infield super hard here, we can kind of stop drafting that position and focus on the others.
Yeah.
So this next pick is kind of could set us up as far as the rest of the draft, what we want to do.
Um, so are we waiting to see who comes to us here? We're looking infield.
Uh, I wanted Reynolds, who just went. So now I would be looking at Bobby Witt if he's still
Mm.
there. Who
Although
else if we
Arenado's
go
still
down a
in
little?
there. Do we like
Yeah,
do we like
Arnado.
Nato? Yeah. All right, they got Wit.
Witt's
What do you
gone.
think?
Can you scroll down a little bit?
Yeah, we can do you want infield? Or just
Uh, yeah, maybe you could just go Arenado. We're running out of time here.
on the clock? Comes up on you quick.
It does.
It's a little tougher when you got two people trying to make decisions.
It is. It is. Um, Now I'm expecting all those pitchers to be gone, and if we can get Teoscar Hernandez, I would love that.
All right, I'm gonna star him.
9 picks away, I kind of doubt we do.
Right.
Um, Corbin Carroll is another real interesting one. I feel like his draft spot has already been pushed up so high, though. He's a rookie, he's super good, but I don't know. Just hard for me to pay that much when he doesn't have a ton of pop.
Mm-hmm. Do you want me to look at the outfielders view here?
No, I would say just kind of stay with the general because it's, I mean, it's not terrible to go with another stud pitcher either.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Zach Wheeler's on the
I really
board.
like, uh, I actually like Castillo, or well, Cease would be my pick right now, and
Yeah.
then probably Castillo and Framber.
Mm-hmm.
But Cease is gone.
I'm a little partial to Zach Wheeler. I covered him in Binghamton Mets AA baseball back in the day.
Yeah,
So
I mean, he's a
you got to be
stud.
objective though. I
He's
get it. I get it.
yeah,
All
he's
right,
been a
coming
great
up
pitcher for a
here,
while here.
and here's who we've got still on the
Yeah.
board.
So if we can't go Eloy, I don't think we go outfield. He would be my pick, I think, if we go outfield.
Oh, somebody had the
He's gone.
same thought as you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, who are we going with? Oh, Castillo's gone. We got to
Castillo's
go
gone.
Framber, right?
Yeah. Just lock him in.
Lock it in. Let's see who else we got. I'm trying to scroll so you can get a good look there. If there's a different view that you want to see, let me know. All right. Got a little bit of time here. Just, I'm going to scroll on the right. Can you guys, let me see if I can. I'll give you guys this view too so you can see what's been going on. I love Best Ball.
It's honestly turned into possibly my favorite form of like daily fantasy sports.
It's so fun.
Even though it isn't technically daily, it is still, like one slate.
Right.
But yeah, I've been having a ton of fun with it. Made the final for football. Unfortunately, did not win that. But
That's insane though
would have
that
been
you
nice.
made the final. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's fun. I like the way that it's set up too, to where, there's like, it's a tournament style. I mean, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
And then you can win money at each stage. So it's not like it's 100,000 or nothing. I mean, there's money to be had along the way. All right, we're coming up here, Tyler.
Yep. I
Who
mean,
are you
I
eyeing
I
right
haven't
now?
had a single draft where I go this pitcher heavy, but if
Mm-hmm.
Gosman drops to us, we got to take him.
Let's see who else we got in the. What's Bryce Harper's timetable here? Do we know?
We don't fully know. It's a Tommy John surgery, so it could be a while. I don't think it's going to be. It'll be back half of the season.
Yeah. All right, so could get Gosman
So
here. Could go pitcher.
yes.
However, we only have
The
one
other
outfielder.
thing,
And yeah, go ahead.
Jose Abreu, because we have Alvarez first. Abreu would be a nice little stacking option with him.
Okay,
Um,
so
so we
Gosman's
can do
gone.
that.
Abreu.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say we go either Alec or Abreu.
I like me
Alec,
some Jose Abreu.
all right, let's do it.
Let's go.
Now for our next pick, I
So
think we probably have to go outfield, and there
yeah,
should be a couple there for us between Castillo, Ward, JD Martinez. I think one of
yeah.
them might
We
be
were
there.
talking about
And
Ward was honorable mention sleeper. Now that's not quite sleeper status, but you know,
yeah, I mean
he was one of your
ADP
picks.
77. He's just, I mean, he crushed it for a season and a half and then just wasn't quite the same guy. But with that offense around him,
Mm-hmm.
or the potential that that offense could have, I I love the upside there. I like Castellanos a lot too. I mean, he had a terrible season last year, but
You do
we
like
know he's an
Castellanos.
exceptionally good hitter.
Let's see who else we got. I actually like Anthony Santander.
Hmm.
He was really good the back half of last season. I just remember from when we did our shows, like a lot of prop bets and stuff. He was cashing.
Yeah, I mean, he had 33 home runs last year, um, and in that ballpark. But
Yeah, exactly.
that's one of the worries for me is just that ballpark. Is it going to allow a ton of home runs? So
Right. For those of you that aren't familiar with that ballpark, they changed the dimensions of it was it last year or the year before?
yeah,
I think it
last
was
year.
last year. And so they moved some of the fences back in certain areas so wasn't as home run friendly as it used to be. It was a lot harder actually. So
Yeah.
we also have a park factor video. So if you want to watch that, you should watch that before your drafts, just so you know.
Hmm.
If you're not as familiar with some of the stadiums and the
Oh boy,
impact.
looks like we're going
Okay.
Ward.
All right. Got to.
Sign him up.
Let's do it. Excited about that one. He bats leadoff, correct? Or they
Uh,
had him. I think they had him. I was watching some spring
been
training
there
on him,
for a
and I
little
think he
while.
was he was leadoff, which is great for fantasy purposes.
Absolutely, more at bats, more opportunity.
Got to get those ABs in.
Hmm.
Tyler, what do you think about me hitting leadoff in our softball team? Don't answer that. Maybe not.
You can hit lead off if you want.
You got to have some speed. I don't know if I'm there yet. I don't know if I got my speed back after my knee surgery. Okay. All right. Let's take a look. There's your boy, Joe
Hmm.
Kettlebell Musgrove.
Yeah. Unfortunately, with the kettlebell, I would say we shouldn't go there.
Another
Um,
player injured, Tyler Glasnow, who's been
hmm.
so injury plagued. Like we just want to see him play because he's so talented.
Yeah. Tyler O'Neill just went. He would have been a nice one to have there. Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of Jeremy Pena too.
Yep. I feel like the Astros as an organization, like their hitters are just so good. Like they're just great situational hitters in general. They just, as a Yankees fan, have faced that. It hasn't
Absolutely.
worked in our favor, but it's always these timely hits by people that you don't expect sometimes.
Wow, I'm surprised Sterling Marte dropped that far.
Yeah.
Um,
All right, so we're coming up. Pressure's on.
yeah, I
So we've got two pitchers, three infielders, two outfielders right now.
I would say maybe go Blake Snell. He's gonna need to have a big year this year. And if Musgrove is a little late getting back, it'll be a 5-man rotation to start instead of 6, which is nice.
Now, last year was his first season back after surgery, right? We'll
I
take
believe
him.
so, yeah.
We'll take
Yeah.
him. So
Thing is that
sometimes with when you see guys that have just come back from atomic, like they take like a season to kind of get like their strength back, their velocity back. It's not always, and I think Blake Snell's awesome. I love it. Snellzilla, baby.
uh, I mean, he he can be as good as any pitcher in the league.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that he sometimes is a bit inconsistent. But another thing with him is that he's an unrestricted free agent next year. So we're talking about his contract year, like Aaron
Yeah,
Judge last year, contract year.
contract year.
Sometimes
Let's
these guys,
let's set some records.
yeah, sometimes these guys really put it forward in those seasons. And
Absolutely.
another little thing to,
Get a
maybe
couple
take
zeros
a
on
stab
that
at.
paycheck. Let's go.
Um,
And the Padres are paying people. That's for sure.
yeah, they are. So Pena's not going to slip to us, but I would absolutely consider taking him.
We'll put him
Um,
in the good old fashioned queue.
yeah, Kyle Wright is
Yep, he
somebody that
just
I
went.
like. Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, Kyle Wright's one I like a lot here. We could go Nathaniel Lowe, but we just don't really have to go infield here.
Yeah. Now, Seiya Suzuki just got pulled from the World Baseball Classic with an oblique strain, but he was a player that I
Yeah.
really liked last year.
And if it was not for that, I would say let's pull
Yeah.
the trigger on him now, but I'm a little bit worried about that.
So are
I
you?
do like Vinny P a lot too. I would say let's go Kyle Wright here.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of his season was kind of overshadowed by his buddy
Yeah,
Spencer.
I mean he pitched really well, and so we're kind of in a situation here where we have so much capital going to pitcher. We could probably stop early on pitcher with going 5 pitchers instead of, I'm normally at 7 probably,
Mm-hmm.
but I haven't taken this many early guys. The winner of last year's best ball team tournament only had 5 pitchers, so it is
Wow.
a thing that has worked. It's
Yeah.
just that you need to nail those 5 pitchers, and
Right.
then
I feel like if you got hit with an injury or two, like it could be a little dangerous. No.
oh, it's absolutely dangerous. But again, we're trying to win. Like just
Tyler's not here to
advancing,
play. He's here to win.
advancing,
What's that?
isn't
The
that much
Conor
EV.
McGregor quote. We're not here to. What is it? We're not
It's
here to
strut.
take part. We're here to take over. That was my Conor
Absolutely.
McGregor impression.
Absolutely. I like your impression. But I mean, that's anytime you're playing in a big GPP, you really need to be trying to play to win. You're not playing to just get through and advance.
Yeah, no safe
Um,
playing here.
so where we can take chances and where we feel good about it, it's probably a good thing to do. I mean, we have four top end pitchers right now.
Oh, king of the short porch, still on the board. Anthony Rizzo.
Mhm. All right, so we got two more to last here.
Now, are we eyeing a outfielder here? As you said that they do. Let's see.
They do dry up a little bit here, but I'm not too worried about it. Um, the reason being is that we're probably not going to be taking too many pitchers.
Yeah.
So we're going to be able to battle, outfield and infield with.
All right, we're on the clock here, Tyler. You blinked and you just.
If
All
we go
right.
Bassett, we're done with pitching.
Okay.
I think we go Bassett.
You don't like Sevy for a pitcher? Crone. All right, all right.
I think,
We're on the clock. We go
yeah.
Bassett. I've been chatting it up and not paying attention. Don't do
All
that in
right.
your drafts.
So, I mean,
we're
unless
solid.
a pitcher falls to us that's super good, then I think we're done there.
We are cut off for the pitchers.
Yeah, I mean, if Musgrove falls another round, it would be very tempting, but
I mean,
but
it's
I
just a
doubt he
broken
is.
toe.
And that's my point and he's going to be pitching in a couple weeks. Like, it's not going to affect his season that much.
No. Plenty of
So,
time to rest up. And Pablo Live Laugh Lopez is there in the
yeah,
lineup. Little inside joke from
up
our.
Musgrove's gone. So, can you tap infield and
Sure
then
can.
outfield?
Yep.
Cool. Um, I like Suarez. I don't mind
I like.
Joey M.
So, what about a guy like Blackman who plays half his games in Coors Field, or Oscar
I do
Gonzalez, whose walk-up song is
like
SpongeBob SquarePants? That's got to count for something, Tyler.
taking Colorado guys. However, I don't really want to take him. Um,
All right, we're on the clock here. Um,
uh, I
you
would
like
say
Suarez, right?
Suarez. Yeah.
What is it that I'll take him? You are liking about Suarez.
I mean, look, in this format, we don't have to worry about strikeouts. Strikeouts aren't counting against us. And it's a guy that is going to hit 30 plus home runs, going to be in the heart of a good lineup. So potential for 100 plus RBIs. Um, and
Yeah,
kind of with that in this format, I like, in most fantasy baseball formats, striking out hurts you.
right.
Whereas with it not hurting you here,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a good spot for him.
Nice analysis there, Tyler.
If your SpongeBob comes back, then I'm fine to take him.
I love Oscar Gonzalez.
I
I
know
think
you do.
I'm a big fan of his. He was very profitable for me in the prop market. I don't
He
think
was.
I can't off the top of my head. You know when you just have good vibes from a player after you've been betting on them and they've been cashing for you.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel about Oscar Gonzalez. He'll
Um,
definitely help us hit a lot of.
can
Go ahead.
can you scroll down a little bit to look at our team? I want to see our
Yeah.
hitters.
So there's our pitchers.
All
Can
right.
you see
So
that?
we got Big Meat, Jordan, Taylor Ward, Suarez, Abreu, Arenado, Alonso. All right. Now, I'm looking at that because I do kind of like want to start thinking about our stacks here and try and get some of the guys on the same team.
Okay.
Um, I don't want to totally force it, but it is something that I like to look at.
Yeah. So, for people that are out there watching, why is stacking so important? Although we
So
should probably get our
stacking,
pick.
yeah, we should.
We're coming up here
Um,
before we start chit chatting.
I mean, can Joey Gallo bounce back?
Oh, all those strikeouts don't hurt you, like you said.
Exactly. He has
If they
40 home
did, I
run
would say
potential.
hard no.
Um, I would say him or Conha.
Um, I think he could have
Figured
a
out.
bounce back. I think Gallo
All right.
needed to get out of New York. New York's a tough place to play.
Yeah. I mean, if you look, like he's one season removed from over a 40 home run season.
Exactly.
In this scenario, he's a great spot.
Yeah.
Now, if we can, I want Jorge Polanco or Rowdy Tellez here next. Um,
Yes. Both featured on the Sleeper Show
Polanco,
yesterday.
Polanco, with the fact that we just took Gallo, would be really nice for us, just because there'd be a little bit of a stack there. Um,
Yep.
who knows if it works, but yeah. We also could do Conha again if he falls with having Alonso. It's another little stack there. Seth Brown is a guy I've been taking a lot here as well later in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Downtown Seth Brown got a lot of pop.
yeah, you like him too.
Don't love where he plays, but
No, but I think there's some
he's
upside in that offense this year.
yes. All right. So just to recap who we have on our team, I'm going to scroll on the right. I know it might be a little tough to see. DeGrom, Valdez, Snell, Wright, Bassett. We're good on pitching. Alonso, Arenado, Abreu, Suarez, Alvarez, Ward, and Joey Gallo.
Um,
All right, we're up here. We're going
or we could go Ty
Teles.
France too. Well, France is better for our stack.
All right, then
I'm
we do.
surprised yeah.
We got to do
I
it.
figured he was going to be gone, but the way our team is set up,
Mm-hmm.
he's probably a little better for us.
Right. So
We really need to get some outfielders
yeah,
here.
like you said, they go quickly.
They do.
So let's take a look. I'm gonna go to the outfield view here.
Mm-hmm.
Jock Peterson.
There's still
I
a
mean,
lot
I
of
like
guys
him.
here.
Just don't play fantasy football with him. Apparently, he's a cheater, right? Is that according to who was involved in that little scuffle?
It was Tommy Pham
Tommy
and
Pham. That's right.
Jock was saying that Pham is a cheater, right?
No, I think it was the other way around. And
Oh, was it the other way? Okay.
Mike Trout was the commissioner of that league.
Yeah.
One of the wilder stories of baseball season last year, but nonetheless an
Really was.
entertaining one.
Really was. So I like Mike Yastrzemski, Seth Brown, Austin Meadows. I like all three of them for our next pick.
Yeah. Just scrolling through.
Adam Duvall is another guy that we can get in a little bit. I mean, he's 1 year removed from 30 home run season. There's still a lot of guys, but it's just the guys down here. They have warts on them. There's a reason why they go down here. They're not. Everything's not just perfect with it.
So I am Withy on Seth Brown.
hmm
Withy on Austin Meadows.
hmm Um,
Can't remember who else you said. Duval, yeah.
yeah, so Duvall. Ramon Laureano's down there that I like him too. I
Yep.
like Yastrzemski. Austin Hayes, I'm fine with. Jorge Soler is another guy that you remove from a 30 home run. Up,
Yep.
we're on.
Um, hmm. Who do you think has
Do it.
yeah.
I
I was like,
he
I'm glad you
he's
said
my
that because
favorite
I
out of
was
those
reading
guys.
that. Yeah.
Yep. With that, you may want to throw a little star on Ramon Laureano,
Yeah,
just
that's your
because
boy.
then we can
Do
have that
a
little
little
stack there as well.
uh, I'm going to scroll through our team here if anyone's
hmm
just jumping on. We got a great pitching staff there. Look at that. Polar Bear Pete's in there. Nolan Arenado, Abreu, Suarez, Ty France, Jordan Alvarez, Taylor Ward, Joey Gallo, Seth Brown. We got some power.
Yeah.
Some guys that can mash. All right. So we got Laureano starred.
Yeah. No, I would be hoping to get him in a round or two. I think we could probably get somebody with
Are we
a little
still
bit better before then.
looking outfield, or are
Uh,
we going across the board here?
we could go outfield or infield. Uh, I would definitely prefer going outfield just
Right.
because it dries up quicker,
Yeah.
which, as we can see here,
Sure is.
yeah,
Start getting like a bottom of the barrel guys. No offense.
yeah,
You never know though when some of these guys. This is what best ball is all about: trying to find the guys that are here towards the bottom that end up having a breakout season.
yeah. And I mean, the nice thing about this format is we don't have to worry about who to put in our lineup. Underdog does it
Exactly.
for us every week, so just keep taking upside. And
Upside, upside,
then
upside.
it it will hopefully work out for you in the end.
And hopefully, Laureano, he was in our sleeper show yesterday. If you didn't see
Who
that, make sure
was?
you check it out on our YouTube page. We've got several videos, strategy, and check out the sleepers one as well.
So scroll up a little bit.
Yep.
Let's see who's towards the top. I would say let's go Austin Meadows if we can.
Sure.
Um,
Yeah.
oh, nice. Yeah,
Sweet.
it's another guy. We
Yep.
got banged up last year or the last 2 years,
Yeah.
but was really good a couple years ago.
Gets the green light. There you go. If you're watching
I
right
mean,
now
we
on
can't.
YouTube, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and comment below. Let us know how you think we're doing in our draft. Had to do a little plug there. Also, if you don't
I
already
like
have
it.
Underdog Fantasy, make sure to download it and use our promo code LineStar. You'll get up to $100 if your first deposit matched. It's a little promo read for you.
Man, we're into the
Cruising.
16 round here. This is going
Cruising.
quick.
I like it. Let's get to it. We got some good drafters here in this draft.
I see Wilson Contreras there. Now, obviously, no catcher position in this, but he is good offensively, and we have Arenado, so I kind of like that pairing there if we can get that. Also, I mean, Jeff McNeil, I don't love it actually.
You don't love Contreras?
No, Jeff McNeil.
Oh,
I was gonna say him because we have Pete Alonso, but McNeil is gonna hit towards
I'll pull up
probably
his
between
stats.
six, seven, eight hitter or so, and he just doesn't have much pop, doesn't have speed. So it's going to be
Yeah.
hard for him to produce. It's going to be hard for him to give us a week big enough to use.
Whit
Uh,
Merrifield's an
I'm,
interesting one. I like Whit Merrifield. I like him going to the
he
Rogers
is.
Center
We're on the
there.
clock here.
Um,
I'm down with either one of these guys. I do not care which one.
um, I'll go. We got to go with our sleeper guy from yesterday's
All
show.
right, let's do it. Let's hope he stays away from the PEDs this year. Or
Well, that's
maybe
the
let's
one.
hope he doesn't.
Just don't get caught, okay?
Part
I
about it.
promise. On Deck Podcast does not promote the use of performance enhancing drugs. A little
I mean, if it
disclaimer.
makes me win, I don't care if my guys do it.
Well, that's the thing though with him is didn't he have a monster season and then the pandemic shortened season, then PED season last year, but we haven't really seen him fully
Exactly.
unleashed.
Yeah, he's had a little bit of a bad break recently. Um, Bad stretch, but it's a guy with a lot of pop, a lot of speed. So if he can play the whole year, he can be pretty interesting.
Let's remind everyone of our team. Pitchers: Jacob deGrom, Framber Valdez, Blake Snell, Kyle Wright, Chris Bassett, Pete Alonso, Nolan Arenado, Jose Abreu, Eugenio Suarez, Ty France, Jordan Alvarez, Taylor Ward, Joey Gallo, Seth Brown, Austin Meadows, and Ramon Laureano.
I like it.
It's looking good. Looking good. So we've got pretty well-balanced team right here.
Mm-hmm.
5 pitchers, 5 infielders, and 6 outfielders. As Tyler
It's
mentioned,
gonna end up
outfielders,
not.
it's going to end up not balanced, you said?
Yeah, just because we're not really taking
Yeah.
pitcher anymore.
Yeah.
But I like these more fragile type builds, just because if you can hit on those pitchers, it gives your team such more upside. Having so many more fielders.
Yeah. Here we go, Sherlock.
Oh, look at that. We got Contreras.
There we go. That was easy. Don't you love when they just
Yeah,
fall to you?
I sure do. Tommy Pham is an interesting one. I know we talked about him for wrong reasons here. Uh, but there's a very high chance that he's kind of the fourth outfielder right now. But um, all it takes is literally one injury to that outfield, and Tommy Pham is an everyday player with 20 home run, 20 stolen base upside.
We'll put him in there. Mets are going for it this year.
Yeah. Now I wouldn't, draft him in 5 spots here, but I think he's an interesting player. Nelson Cruz is a guy we've known can hit for a long time. Ton of people in the lineup with. But I mean, he's 41. Didn't have a good season last year. Does he still have it?
That's a
I don't
homer
know.
pick, Tyler.
I don't know. It is. I honestly don't know if he still has it. I mean, Padres signed him for $1 million. Like it's not like they put a lot of assets towards him, and he has a huge bat.
All right. Who are we looking at here? We're coming up.
I think Drury is very interesting with our Taylor Ward pick.
Did I
I think
pass
that
him up?
Angel offense is good. Yes, right there.
Yes, absolutely. I like that pick a
So
lot.
with having Ward, I think there's some really nice
Right.
upside.
Yeah, I'm great with that.
Combining these guys,
Let's do it.
let's do it.
Uh,
Now we only have two more picks. Um, yeah, we got round 19 and 20 here. So we should we probably need at least one outfielder here, and then the other one can just be the guy we like the best.
mm-hmm. Don't want to get Anthony Volpe,
We
hot
could do that.
prospect for the Yankees.
I would
He's
not
been
be.
playing
I
really
would.
well. I'm just saying.
He has been. I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be against that.
Let's see where Volpe is. Is he even in there? Oh, am I spelling it right?
I don't think he is.
Well, that's needs to be rectified.
Hey, it's
I
weird that
mean,
he's not.
yeah. Peraza is an interesting one though too because he's also been looking good.
Peraza is. Yep. Von Grissom
Yes.
is the one that I really like. He very easily could start with the team, and I mean he's going to hit ninth probably, but he's a 2020 guy.
All right. So those are the players. I'm just putting them over there that we kind of talked about.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if
Eddie Rosario is another one. Let's take Grisham now.
Yeah, I was thinking
Just to
you
have
might
him
be able
locked
to
up.
get that one.
And then Eddie Rosario or Marcel Ozuna. Rosario's at ADP 238, so he's a little further down.
Got you. $238. Where's he at?
Oh, did somebody already take? Oh, there he is. Eddie Rosario.
There he is.
Ozuna hasn't looked great in spring, and there's a good chance the Braves could cut him. And if that's the case, then Rosario probably has the everyday left fielder spot.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, having Braves in your lineup isn't a bad thing.
That's for sure. Let's see. Who else is kind of at the bottom here? That's interesting.
If you want to go prospect wise, James Outman for the Dodgers is down here. He's interesting.
Vogelbaum. Or Vogelbaum's at the bottom. Just saying.
Yep. There's so many more infielders I like at this point in the draft than outfielders.
There's James Outman.
Yeah, there's Outman. Now, it is kind of interesting to scroll further down on the list with this last pick, just because this is one of those areas where you're taking guys that aren't really being picked. So if you do make the finals and this guy does well, like you're automatically different than everybody else in the finals.
Oh, yeah. Nothing is like jumping out to me. So we're coming up here.
Yeah.
Of our guys so far, let's see.
I would be looking at Fam,
Yeah, do we?
Ozuna, or Rosario.
I kind of like the fam pick. How do you feel about that? I just.
I I think it's the more sure of a bet. Um,
Do we like
we
sure?
have we have Pete Alonso, so adding Fam there isn't a bad idea. It's either that or you're stacking the back end of the Braves lineup.
Let's go Mets.
All right. The guy that hates fantasy football, we took him.
That
Or he
was a
wants to
great
see
story.
fantasy football
He just
burn.
doesn't like Mike Trout as the commissioner.
Yeah, yeah.
What was the actual qualm he had with the league that he was in?
Well,
It was something like somebody had a player that they were able
somebody,
to stash on the injured reserve even though they weren't injured or something.
yeah, so they put him on the injured reserve, even though, like, when they only had, like, an out designation.
Uh,
So it allowed them to put him in there, and Fam, or it was Fam that had the issue with it, right?
yes.
Fam said that's against the rules, but, like, I mean, that's how it works. That's how, if you're out, you can put them on the injured reserve.
All right. Are we complete?
I didn't see if everybody else finished, but
I think we're done.
if you hit completed, it looks like it is time. Hit dinger
Mm-hmm.
there, go to the top one. And it looks like it. Yep. Everybody.
And let's look at our team here. Can you see this or
I can.
Jacob DeGrom, Framber Valdez, Blake Snell, Kyle Wright, Chris Bassett, Pete Alonso, Nolan Arenado, Jose Abreu, Eugenio
Mhm.
Suarez, Ty France, Wilson Contreras, Brandon Drury, Vaughn Grissom, Jordan Alvarez, Taylor Ward, Joey Gallo, Seth Brown, Austin Meadows, Ramon Laureano, and Tommy Pham.
Mhm.
Like our little squad
We
here.
we may have some issues that third outfield spot, but at least we have four guys to fill it.
That's true. So we're looking good. Again, if you don't already have Underdog Fantasy, make sure to check it out. Best Ball is so much fun. And if you use our promo code LineStar, you can get up to $100 of your deposit matched. So make sure to do that. Also, if you're watching us on YouTube right now and you're enjoying our draft here, make sure to do us a favor, like this video, and subscribe to our channel. We're going to be coming out with a lot of best ball advice, tips, everything you need to dominate your draft. So make sure you subscribe. Maybe even sign up for notifications as well. We've also been doing some shows daily for NBA, for Pick'em on Underdog Fantasy. So you definitely want to sign up for notifications there because a lot of times the numbers change on Underdog Fantasy and sometimes they pull different picks off. So sign up for notifications. Make sure to check out our daily Pick'em shows as well. Tyler, anything to add? What is your assessment of our team?
I like it. Like I said, this is much different than any team that I've had so far this season. I have not gone with this many stud pitchers. So our hitters aren't quite as good as most of my other teams, but I think we're going to make that up with volume. So I'm excited to see how it plays out.
If we win this thing, 100K, what are you spending your half
Mhm.
on? Because we are splitting it 50-50, by the way.
All right, I like this. I
This is
like
an equal
this.
partnership.
Yes,
What are you spending your
yes.
money on?
I don't know. I haven't thought about that yet because I'm trying to win the 100K myself.
Do you remember last year when we did the show where it was National Be a Millionaire Day or something, and so we talked on the show about
Yes.
different things that people have said that they would
Hmm.
do if they became like a multi-millionaire, and one of the things
Are
was
you gonna hire somebody to follow
yeah.
you around?
So one of the funny ones was hire Morgan Freeman to follow you around and narrate your
Hmm.
life, which is incredible. The other was to buy a sports team, another basketball team in Miami, and call them the humidity so that people ask you
Yes.
like, it's not the heat, it's the humidity. I'll see
I
myself
know
out.
you're a big fan. You're a big fan of dad jokes, so good
Oh, for
work.
sure. We got a lot of them on the On Deck podcast. And I'm so excited for baseball season to start. Spring training is here. It feels good to have baseball back to talk about. And best ball draft is just a
Mhm.
great way to get into it, get involved in the game. So make sure to do your best ball drafts. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. We'll get back to you and we'll be coming out with videos like I mentioned. Make sure to stay tuned to the LineStar channel for all of that. Thanks so much for watching. Tyler, we crushed it. Let's go get it. We'll be back after
Let's
it
go.
tomorrow. We'll see you guys then. Bye, guys.
Thanks, guys. Bye.